back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 2nd down, Jackson completes it to Dixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 3rd down, Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Hot.
From the gun, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. From the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Under. Slow.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 20! And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball, it can go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Look at the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action, it's Taylor. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Under. Z. Two jet.
Taylor will throw. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Under.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Second down, Collins. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Okay, you got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Now let's go. 319. 319. Gun. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Now Taylor on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Ready. 319. 319.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Slow. 2 jet. 2 jet. Under.
They'll run. This is Bernard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I like the reasoning. It's too far for a field goal, and it's too short to really get a big field position edge on a punt. Let's go for it. And sure enough, it's the ground game that's able to convert for them on 4th down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
2 jet. Ready. 319.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Taylor. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Yeah, on 4th and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job here picking up the first down with a few yards to spare.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. 319. 319.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Taylor. Throw left side, complete to Ross. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Slow. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Z. Two jet.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Slow. No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know, those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Jackson. And Dixon has it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now let's go!
On the counter, here's Gordon. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Jackson on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! 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 Hot! Hot!
Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And out now, here come the Bengals. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor rolling to his right. Room here to run. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. 319. 319.
Here's Carson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Under.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Again, it's Mixon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Under.
On 3rd down, Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball, because you're going after him.
Here we go. 319. 319.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Gun. All right, now, look at 56.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hot.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Jackson now on 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
slow.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Slow.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he's got room. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. 3-19. Detroit.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages.
Z.
Taylor to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Z. Ready. 319. 319.
Throwing now is Taylor. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Ravens have got it.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 319! 319! Hot!
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. A spin. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Throwing now is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. They go again with Collins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And that is no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one to Switzer. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10.
Under.
First throw in overtime now for Taylor. Able to shake him off. Flushed out right. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third and 10. Now what can Taylor do here in overtime? Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Second down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Now a give to Collins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 46.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime all the way to the end of OT. The long field.